I'd like to call the meeting to order. 5 o'clock, September 18th, 2025, in the year of our Lord. First thing we need to do is review Form 4s in relation to the budget. So I want to read these individually. Whenever I'm done going through all the Form 4s, we need to vote on them individually. First Form 4 is the general budget. The adopted budget is $14,003,262. The adopted tax levy is $4,598. $4,598,100. And the adopted tax rate is 0.4891. Next Form 4 is the home rule funds. That amount comes out to $4,771,314. Next we have the Orange County Fire Protection District budget. The adopted budget is $804,200 with the adopted tax levy of $503,384 and an adopted tax rate of 0.0719. Next we have the budget for the Springs Valley Conservancy District. The adopted budget is $81,650. The adopted tax levy is $54,521 with an adopted tax rate of 0.0190. Next, we have the Orange County Solid Waste Management District budget with an adopted budget of $881,675, an adopted tax levy of $525,000, and an adopted tax rate of 0.0558. And I believe that is all the Form 4s. Has everyone had a chance to effectively review the Form 4s as discussed?
Yes.
If not, I'll entertain the first motion, which will be for the general budget.
I will make the motion to approve the budget.
Chad makes a motion to approve the budget. Is there a second? Rick? Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Okay, I'm gonna start passing that around if it's okay. And then on the back page, just find your name and you can click yay and then sign your name next to it. Please, I'm gonna start sending that around.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but the home rule funds goes with the general budget?
Correct.
Okay. Moving on to the Orange County Fire Protection District. Do I have a motion to approve that budget? Catherine makes the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Jack with a second. All in favor signify by saying aye if there's no discussion. Aye. Next, I'll entertain a motion to approve the budget for the Springs Valley Conservancy District.
I make that motion.
Jack made the motion.
Second.
Go ahead. Second by George. Any discussion? If not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And lastly, I'll entertain a motion to approve the budget for the Orange County Solid Waste Management District. Alan with the motion. Is there a second? Catherine with the second. Any discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You get all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. While everybody's passing that around for signature, did everybody have a chance to review the minutes from the August 21st, 2025 meeting?
Make a motion to approve the minutes as read.
Chad makes the motion to approve the minutes as read.
I abstain.
Jack abstains.
Second.
Rick with the second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oh, that'd be 6.
It's gonna be 601.
Yep, 601, yeah. Everybody's caught up and we'll move on to the sheriff's report.
Good evening, council. We currently have 55 inmates incarcerated. I've asked my guys to step up their traffic enforcement in the county. We've had several accidents, injury accidents in the last month. I hope everybody saw the suicide awareness rat truck that we unveiled this Saturday. It looks really good. It'll be right now, like thank TMOC and everyone that put their work into that. We traveled 13,400 miles last month. We served 115 court papers. We had $3,253 incoming calls to sheriff's department and 107 911 calls. So it's kind of, we just added. OWI was the number one charge with 16. Failure to appear on that charge was followed closely. Second, we had a high of 70, a population of 70 and lower, 3. And meals are currently at $1.93 a piece. Any questions? Been a busy time here. We're in the parade. We were at the suicide walk. We're going to the pumpkin parade. We'll also have presents at the, I think this weekend, right? Block Bash. We'll be there. I'm encouraging my guys to get out and write a few more traffic infractions. So we'll have a lot of accidents here on this. Trying to move forward. Thank you for my little segment. That's all I have.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
How's your new employees doing?
They're doing good. No problem. They're academy certified, so they're up and running. Their qualifications and everything they need. They're good.
Any other questions for the sheriff? If not, Carl?
Good evening, council. County highway crews have been working on paving and chip and sealing over the last few weeks. I'm going to be a little rundown of the roads that we've been working on. These are the secondary roads, not the CCMG roads. We paved 200 East, Robinson Road out by Mount Pleasant Church, Orleans Township. 550 North, which is the France Road in Northeast Township. 450 South, the Burma Road, Southeast and Greenfield Townships. 175 West, Smith Road in Greenfield Township. 1025 West, we call it the Hip Lindsay Road in Jackson Township. 775 South, that is Al Ridge Road in Southeast Township. We did lay a big 200-ton patch on County Road 300 South, Johnson Road in Stampers Creek Township. The guys have currently been working on 475 North, Doc Moore Road over in Orangeville Township, and we will be paving that road on Monday and Tuesday of next week. We did chip and seal 3 miles of road so far, but we had a breakdown with our chip spreader, so we should have that back up and running next week. CalCar Paving has been working on some of our CCMG grant roads. They were able to complete the segment on Valley and Hardensburg Road. They have currently been working around Haley Peaks area and Log Creek, and they were able to finish all of that up today. Looks great. You guys get a chance, go out there, took a ride on today myself. NDOT is opening up the 2026 CCMG in October. On October the 1st, the application opens up. And they're just supposed to have 1 call for next year, so this will set what we're going to get for 2026 if we are able to get anything. USI Consultants will be helping me with this process. Richard Dixon did sign the authorization to proceed form in yesterday's commissioners meeting. We need that signature to move forward with it. NDOT did lower the cap from $1.5 million down to $1 million, but they did lower the match from 25% down to 20%. So instead of a $333,000 match, we'll be looking at a $250,000 match for that grant. The legislation did also change the amount of grant money that's out there for the CCMG. The pot was over $300 million. They've reduced that down to $100 million. So it's going to be a lot more competition out there, and more competition, less likely they are to get it. So just trying to prepare everybody. Don't be surprised if we don't get it. It could happen. It's a third of the money in the same amount of people put in for it.
Carl, can they lower the amount, or is it the amount you put in for? I mean, instead of doing $1 million, would it be eligible for $500,000?
I mean, they can pick and choose. It's up to the panel that awards the projects to the different communities. They can reduce the amount that you put in for. They can fund half your application, they can kind of do whatever they want to. So we will, plan on putting in for the whole million. And we'll see what happens from there. It'll be a 2-inch hot mix overlay like we've done in the last several years. And 2 of those roads are a continuation of what we're doing this year. So I think that might help us because we'll be connecting on to some roads that they did this year to try to go ahead and extend that, like at Valley Hardinsburg Road down there. We did a small, like 3/4 of a mile segment on that. We're gonna hook onto that and go at least, 3 more miles or more for another year to try to, so I think that might help us a little bit. You guys will be seeing 2 additional appropriations for highway, a little later in the meeting. One's for $80,000, from the highway restricted for the remainder of the match of the safety grant that we secured from NDOT. That's a $90,000 grant, and it is 90% reimbursable from NDOT. So, it's $90,000, we're only going to be on the hook for $9,000 for this. And that is for, the signed inventory, and as a bonus, side bonus, we're getting, AI PASER ratings for all of our roads. I'm pretty excited about that. That was that AI software that I was telling you guys about, that actually takes a picture like every 10 to 12 feet of every road we got. So we'll have that at our fingertips to be able to pull that up. It's gonna be pretty neat. The other additional appropriations for $75,000, that would be $25,000 for each district, for additional chip seal on our secondary roads. These funds will come out of the edit fund. The current balance of the edit fund right now is $605,765. So that would be 75 off of that, is to leave over $500,000, $530,000 in that fund for later on for next year. Kind of thinking next year could be a lean year if we don't get community crossing, so that might be somewhere to go to the well and get a little bit of funds to help next year if we're not successful on the grant. That's all I have.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you. Question for Carl? Now we'll move on. Audience items, do you have anything, Shelley?
I don't, thank you.
Not today?
Nothing for me, thank you, council.
All right. Auditor.
Okay. I just asked if you had a chance to look over the additional appropriations that I printed for you, and like I said, Carl's ripped off 2 of them, the 80,000 and the 75,000 from the edit, 80,000 from the NVH, and then from the general fund, it's in Liz transfer, we had to do the additional transfer from one, a negative and a positive to the other one to cover that part-time for the first round. So that's the additionals I have.
Any questions about the additional appropriations? Everybody had a chance to review those? If so, I'll entertain a motion to approve the additional appropriations as presented. Rick with the motion. Second. George with the second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Okay, second thing I have is the commissioners presented a casino request. They talked about it for the 175th celebration on the square, but somehow or another, all the funding and all the talk about that, they didn't get the casino request around. So anyway, they presented a $1,000 request from the casino to help pay for the 175th celebration on the square. So they did this Wednesday, or approved it Wednesday. So actually, they talked about it, I think, a couple meetings before, but so.
Anybody like to make a motion regarding the casino request?
I'll make that motion.
Zach? Second?
I'll second.
Alan? Any discussion? Not, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Send that around for you to sign, please. And the last thing that I think I have is, I just wanted to make you aware on the budget, like we're tomorrow, and this is all over, I'll be submitting it all into Gateway, so the adopted will be done, and then I think next meeting I'll try to have the salary ordinance for next year done, so we can get that out of the way. But me still being new, and then like I said, Reedy helping me with the budget, like they sent me all that, and I can also send you the email that they sent me showing me, like I went through everything and tried to double check it today before we printed these off, but they said there was a discrepancy on the highway. Well, me still being brand new, when Carl requests his budget, like, there's also, as soon as like the beginning of the year, they'll do an additional appropriation and put it over into restricted, correct? So therefore, like,
Transfer, yeah.
yeah, they'll do a transfer. So when I print from our software, it didn't show me, like, you know what I mean? It's not the original beginning balance. It's like without that transfer, which makes it like maybe $400,000 difference. So and I couldn't, we put it in on the adopted, but we requested less. So you can't adopt more than you requested.
Right.
So anyway, therefore, we'll have to do an additional first of the year to take care of that, but I just thought I'd let you know that. Maybe I knew I did that, so anyway. That'll be coming down the pike.
Was there something to sign for the first one?
The additional appropriations are on the back of the minute.
I'm sorry.
That's all I got.
Anybody have anything else for the good of the order?
Well, so can you say that again, Sandy, on that transfer?
On the additional appropriation, well, like when Carl requests, like at the very beginning process of the budget, you request what you want, like, you know, if everybody asks for raises and stuff. Well, Carl put in the correct request, but then when we were going back to last year's, you know, like what everybody's salary was last year, that's the line that I was looking at, was the 2025 adopted budget.
Okay.
So I took that amount, but not knowing and still being new that at the first of the year, they transfer half of that pretty much.
Yeah,
to-
well, everything comes in for 1173 and 1176 have to be split into 50/50 and put into each one equal amount.
So it just wasn't split on the front part?
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
She
no,
was looking at one side and
Right.
not.
But it was
knowing
on that part there. so-
yes, sorry. Anyway, Don me being new, I'm still pleased being a new kid.
Okay.
You only got a couple
How
months
long
left
do
of
we
that.
get?
No, I'll keep it to like 4 years. I'll play it cards as long as I can. Anyway, that's all I got.
Just remember that our next meeting is October 23rd. It's a week later because of fall break. Have us send everybody a text reminder.
Yeah,
And you've already,
I'm not trying to be rude. I'll
already advertised yourself.
Yeah, I sent out all the meeting dates at the very beginning of the year, so.
All right, if there's nothing else,
You got the motion.
Chad made the motion to adjourn this meeting. For a second.
Second.
Jack with the second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. You all for being